Well, it's reward time. These panels are ready to go in. Well, whilst I'm waiting for the Fix 15 to just set, which the plumbing will come through this shelf to join up with the sinks. Well, sharing the goods and the bads. So the first thing to do is to put this beam for the seat. Now it's time to put this floor piece in. Okay, so it's time for some more insulation to go into the boat. This has been stacked here for some time now and it's got quite dusty. What I'm going to do first up is I'm going to put it on some benches with a hose and a brush and give them a good scrub. They don't absorb water, which I've proven already, which is fantastic. And then I'll be able to cut them up to go into the nav area and the heads. Righto, well, it's reward time. These panels are ready to go in. Also, the foam insulation is cut up, ready now to go in. Well, whilst I'm waiting for the Fix 15 to just set for holding those foam bits in place, I'll just go and fit this little bit. Some people might have been wondering, what is that little bit of rectangular marine ply for? It's for this little piece here, just to cover up that little post and make that look a little bit nicer. The navigation seat will key into that, as you'll see, but in the meantime, I can go ahead and fix that. I'll just put some Fix 15, 2 screws, and that'll be that. Well, it's time to get on to fitting this shelf, and what I need to do before I can start that is I need to actually cut out those penetrations for the cabinet. I'll need to do that from the other side because the jigsaw won't be able to travel on this side. So I'll hop in the back, and that's going to be tricky to film, so you might not see much of that. Well, the next plan of attack is to get these shelf bearers fixed to the lining and the cabinet panel. I've got 2 types of bearers. One are the square profile and the other has a mitre cut. And that's obviously to go onto that lining panel, which is on an angle. Well, the installation with these galley panels is going well. I've got one more thing to do though with this shelf. I've dry fitted this end panel. It's pre-drilled, and also that backing plate is where it needs to be for the oven. However, I don't want to permanently fit that just now because there is the through-hole fitting underneath here, which the plumbing will come through this shelf to join up with the sinks. And so I need to just cut a hole in this panel, and until the panel was in place, I didn't know exactly where that was going to be or how I was going to do it. Now that I do, I'm going to just mark that out and drill that hole, and then I'll be able to fit this panel. Well, sharing the goods and the bads. This is not right. As much as I thought I was in the right position, I'm not. It looks good where it is, but it's just not in line where I wanted it to be. So I'm going to have to drill a bit more, which means another repair job. Never mind, I've got the cutout. I'll epoxy that in. Very few people will ever see this unless you're poking your head inside the cupboard. So anyway, it's the goods and the bads, people. And just to explain, I knew that that hole was going to end up larger than I first drilled with the hole saw, because that hole saw can't cut on the angle that I needed. So I did know that that hole was going to be bigger. So now I have that little patch up job to do, which is fine. As I say, no one's going to see it. Well folks, exciting times. It's come to the time. Navigation install. Those lining panels have gone in a treat. Now it's onto the seat, then it will be the floor, and then that end panel. So the first thing to do is to put this beam for the seat. That will basically go like that. Once that beam is fixed, I then need to fit this seat panel. And what I had done is I had left the end long because I wasn't exactly sure what angle that lining was going to end up at. Now that it's in, I'll be able to take off the bevel, measure the length, and then be able to trim that and fit it. Alright, so now it's time to put this floor piece in order to put up this end panel. What I'll be doing is somewhat of a pre-dry fit, because as you'll see, what I'm going to be doing is laminating the beautiful rosewood with the white beech strip, and that's going to be applied to this panel as well. And so because of that, obviously, there's a thickness that needs to be added to the flooring, which will affect this side panel. Once I've actually got the heights right for that, I'll then remove that floor panel and I'll take that out and get it laminated up. The good install boat work continues in the next episode, everybody. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell and share. I'd really appreciate that.